listening to music?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm sitting there listening to like some Slayer or something.
Nice. All right. But just because the narration I wrote for my character, he was gonna, it had something to do with that. I didn't want to put words into your mouth though. Um,
No, that's kind of how I figured I was going to be because I'm the loner. I mean, like when I was the loner, that's exactly what I would do. I would sit there with headphones on, listening to some heavy metal.
Gotcha. Cool. All right. Good. Like I said, if it doesn't, well, I'm not gonna repeat myself, but you know what I'm saying. Also, waiting for my freaking thing to stop streaming. Okay, there we go, so that I can get the link and put it in the chat. There we go. So that's the real link. Hopefully Kim notices. Otherwise, I'm just an asshole who stopped the stream for no reason. But anyway, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. Like I said, everybody is in their bus. If you can move your token, great. If not, let me know and I'll move it for you. But just put your token where you want your character to be sitting on the bus. Obviously, for Tali, it will probably be in the back. And then it doesn't have to be exactly. I just need to know front, back, middle, or front, middle, back, for what's going to happen. Um,
Middle for me.
okay, well, you guys have your own UIs, so go ahead and move your token there. Like I said, if you can't move your token, let me know and I'll do it.
I'll be in
Everyone
back.
be in the back.
No
Okay.
bueno.
It won't let you. All right, I will go to your UI and let you do that. Uh, all right, where do you? Can you move it now? Now that I put it there.
Nope.
All right, that's weird.
It's fine. Just slap it somewhere.
All right, I'm just gonna put it in the middle. Is anyone in the front? Nostra, what about you? Is Nostra here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you in the? Where's your character in the bus? Front, back, or middle?
Probably in the middle, facing the window.
All right, so you're in the middle with probably. I'll say you both are, unless you guys want to be sitting in the same seat. You guys are like across from each other. Um, and Mac, you're in the back. Well, we'll say you're like the third seat from the back because obviously Ben is all the way in the back.
Yeah, yeah, third seat from the back.
All right, cool. So the
Probably
two
listening to
also listening to music.
yeah,
Okay.
we're playing it. Why? Yeah,
Okay. So the two bleeding hearts aren't here, so I had a plan for that just in case. So we'll just say that their parents are chaperoning them and taking them directly to the ranger station. That way, tomorrow if they show up, then they will not miss anything really. All right. Chapter 1. Hi, my name is. That's the name of the chapter. Hi, my name is Eli. I can't tell you my last name. Honestly, I can't tell you too much about myself at all. It would be too dangerous. The enemy is everywhere. There are people, if that's what you want to call them, who'd hurt my friends and family if they knew the truth about me, if they knew my identity. Alright, let's start from the beginning. I'm a high school resource officer, a young rookie cop it, whose primary role is to students and faculty is to keep students and faculty safe. I forgot to put a word in there. I won't tell you which high school or even what town or state I'm in, but I will tell you that it's small town USA. Recently, my instinct and training to serve and protect were put to the ultimate test. As I took back as I look back on my life, I have many regrets, but my coming confession has to be my greatest one yet. It all started on a Thursday afternoon in January. I was one of the chaperones for a class field trip into one of our state's national forests. The charter bus was traveling down a narrow paved road on the way to a forest ranger station. Driving behind the bus was Canine Sergeant Gabriel, another police officer and father of one of the students, Marco. I, or as the high school students call me, Officer Eli, was walking up to the front of the bus between chattering students to the driver, Bob. Huh, Miss Walter's science class is more well behaved than Mr. Terrell's classes. Bob chuckled. Can I get a time check? I replied, 48 minutes and 13 seconds. Bob said, that still freaks me out, man. Ever since I can remember, I've had an uncanny ability to mentally keep track of time. Bob wasn't just our driver, but also the father of one of the students, one of the sophomores, Dan, and a full-time bus driver for the school. As I headed back to the rear of the bus, I took my seat across from Ben, another student of Miss Walter's class. He was a loner, but my younger brother and I had decided to get to know him, in case he was just socially awkward or had trouble making friends. I noticed Ben was listening to music on his headphones and reached over to tap his shoulder. Sorry to bother you, man, but what are you listening to?
I'm listening to some Slayer right now.
Oh, nice. At this point, I would like to go around the bus and ask each of the players what you guys are doing. Josie, what is Deborah doing? Or what is she doing? But also, what's her mindset? What's her personality like? Just describe her in general.
So imagine someone who is basically normally just an unexposed nerve, very reactive, doesn't really think about the long-term consequences. And right now, after being awake for 12 hours, her head is laying against the cold glass of the bus, barely staying awake.
Is this question? Is this not her thing? You know, going to see animals and stuff, nature, all that.
No, why? They're boring.
Fair enough.
You fucking kurwa.
Nostra, what about Marco? What's his personality like, and what is he up to? Where's his mind at right
Well,
now?
most likely fiddling with everything as he's just a little antsy, to be frankly. Especially being surrounded by fucking so many people. Like, I mean, sure, there's like the only few people who actually can tolerate being around. Cough, cough, Dan. No. Cough, cough, Alex. Cough, cough, Alex. But, just being surrounded by people and even kind of having his dad just sort of be that close, even if it's just a practical trip to see some fauna, just kind of unnerves him a little, but at least he could just try to imagine that he has the snake with him. Because unfortunately he wasn't able to bring the snake.
Yes, he is the student who owns a python.
You're muted.
I was gonna say, yes, he is the student who owns a python at home.
Yes. A literal fucking python.
Alright, and Mac, what about
A
Alex?
white python, to be exact. Well,
Cool. What about Alex? What's his mindset, and what's he doing?
He's listening to music because he doesn't want to listen to his brother's voice chattering away. It's like, oh gosh, mom and dad had to put us on this field trip together.
And Kenneth is I'm just gonna say, since you mentioned it, he's sitting there like, man, I'm so excited. We're gonna go see some animals. We're gonna be out in nature. Don't you just love it, man? And he kind of nudges you with his elbow.
He just doesn't even reply back to him.
He just shakes his head, or Kenneth just shook his head and looked out the window. The 16-year-old gazing at the tree line. I need everybody to make a scaled perception check. That is going to be insight and security, and it's scaled from 0 to 5. Nice.
2 and a 14.
Is the 14 a success?
Oh, come on.
Does it not
Hang
work?
on a sec.
Yeah, no, it
two
just locked me
successes.
off after trying to... Hold on, I'll be back in.
So you got a 1 and a 2.
If I'm
What
not
was
in a
it,
minute, can you just seize control and just
Sure.
run it through?
Yep. What were you saying, Tyler?
Insight and what?
Security.
Security.
All right, give me a sec.
Oh, come on.
I see your picture there, so it looks like you're on roll 20.
Yeah, it's just my...
Yeah, no, I didn't make that 14.
Okay, so you got 1 as well. guys are not. You did not have momentum yet, so you cannot get rid of that or roll for it. So I will put you, Deb, at 1 success as well. However, I will come up with a complication momentarily. So
Well, I had my head slammed against the glass, so
yeah. Well, as you bump your head against the glass, the three of you, Deb, Ben, and Alex, maybe you're all on the same side of the bus, but you all happen to just look out, and I need one of you, doesn't matter who, to roll a d20 and another to roll a d12 and tell me the results.
I got the 20.
Okay.
A 5.
Alright. So we got a 5 and a 4, it looks like. And a 14. Or an 11. Alright, well, I'm just going to look at my list, and whatever comes up first, that's what it's going to be. See if I can find the list. I thought I had this ready. Oh. Alright, so... The 5, you see a white-tailed deer, a doe. A female deer. Wait, is does female deers or are they the kids?
Yes,
Yes.
a doe, a deer, a
female
female
deer,
deer.
I had to think for a moment. I was like, hold on a minute, did I get that right? Yeah. So you see a small doe, and it's probably not too far away from you. I would say 30, 35 feet maybe, running. And you can see that its back leg has a clear bite mark. You're not sure what kind of predator made this mark. However, I will tell you, because I have it here, what kind of predator it is. And it is... Because after a moment, you see behind it, chasing it across the forest, the predator that apparently bit it. And you see a red wolf giving chase. Now, because it's a wolf, it's a pack animal. So there's probably 3 or 4 of more behind it. But they disappear into the brush, and the bus continues on as if, the bus driver didn't see it, so he's just keep going. Marco, you look out, and you see a small, what looks to be a drone, hovering on the other side of the bus, the opposite side of the bus that the deer and the wolf was. Looks like a small drone. It's the shape of a bird. I'm actually going to move a picture of it to your UI since you're the one who saw it. Hopefully I actually have it somewhere, because should definitely... Oh, there it is. Alright, so that's what you see. It's clearly a drone. It is clearly not a real bird, but it is bird-shaped. It almost looks like a ship you might see on Star Trek. But it is about the size of a drone, I would say, probably with a wingspan of 3 feet. And it's just hovering, I would say, probably 10 to 15 feet away from the bus. Like, it almost looks like it's following you. Now, does anybody react to what you guys have seen?
I think Deb just kind of thought, oh shit, must have dreamt that.
You must have dreamt about a deer being chased by a wolf?
Well, yeah, she's kind of in the midst of passing out due to sheer exhaustion.
Gotcha.
So do make this a complication if it becomes plot relevant later.
You know what? No, I already know what a complication is going to be. I'm taking threat, which in this game is not just threat. It is something else that will come up later. Complication is
Most
one threat or
likely-
2 threat. I think it's...
The fact it was so freaking antsy, it was just focusing outside of the window instead of anything else. He actually does take notice of that very suspiciously fly thing.
Yes. Does he say anything or do anything, or does he just watch it as it hovers nearby?
He does. He just lean to the side, trying to hopefully rationalize that he is not fucking hallucinating somehow. Even though, why would he even have that kind of thing? But, yeah, he's just trying to calibrate his visuals to try and actually see if. Wait, that's not what I think he's seeing, right?
Yep, as far as you can tell, it's just a drone. However,
A very oddly bird-like
oh yeah,
drone.
mechanical, clearly mechanical. But however, it does
Hey.
turn and veer away from the bus after probably a minute of hovering near you.
Duly noted.
Can I go up and pinch Marco?
Why do you want to go pinch Marco?
Because he's landing, and I'll be like,
Oh, you
hey.
wake him up.
No, he's not sleeping. He's wide awake. Like, he doesn't even
Is it-
need caffeine to be up like this.
He just wants to do it so he can go, just be the. See if he actually is paying attention.
What the hell?
The deer.
Oh,
Have you seen the deer over there?
He didn't see the deer. He was paying attention to the other side of the bus. So you definitely didn't see the deer, but you did see the drone.
But did you see a bird-like drone?
No. But yeah, there's a red wolf over that side chasing a deer.
I mean,
Marco,
it's just a wolf.
your phone begins to vibrate, and you look down, and it says whatever. It's your dad, but you can say whatever. You can say your phone says Dad. Your phone says Sergeant Gabriel. Whatever your phone would say, that's what it says. Your dad's calling you.
Yeah, and I look over.
Do you answer the phone?
Yeah. Started?
Hey, son. Did you catch that plane flying overhead?
Oh, yep, absolutely.
It was looked like an F-22, but behind it looks like some kind of
Look
other.
bird-like.
Oh, we must be talking about two different things then. But I overhead, above the bus, like way up in the sky, there was something, a plane, a jet, fighter jet of some kind, and it's probably some kind of
Something else.
high-tech plane following it. It was weird looking. It was like the shape of a boomerang.
Pretty weird.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I just wanted to see if you noticed it.
Yeah, I definitely think that. I think we've probably seen these kind of strange things up in the sky. So,
A few seconds
maybe
later.
there's something.
A few seconds later, you guys see a dark shape come down in front of you, in front of the bus, several meters away. It appears to, for Marco, it appears to resemble the shape that your father mentioned. It is a large. Oh shit! I accidentally logged out of Roll20. It is a large boomerang shape that resembles a cross between a UFO and a high-tech fighter jet. I will grab the picture that I forgot to grab and put it on your guys' UI. There it is. I was like, where? I know I've seen one. Why? Where? Did the government delete it already? All right.
No, are you thinking about the B2?
It's the one with the lights on the bottom of it. Let's see.
Oh, it's a spirit.
Boomerang. There we go. It's probably not exactly. It doesn't exactly look like this, but it basically looks like this. And that's why your dad said, "Did you catch that that high tech plane?" So let me go ahead.
Did I catch it?
No, but well, you're catching it now as it's coming directly in front of you, towards you. Give me 1 second, and I will
shit.
grab it for you. It's gonna take a sec because I forgot to. And everybody sees it this time. All right, so I put it on your UI. I will put it on. I can't put it on yours. You're not here. Josie's UI.
Oh shit.
And
Ah, Fuck.
Sergeant.
Now,
It's going
I'm pushing.
to have a direct hit towards us. Everyone, brace for it! Brace!
I'm gonna need everybody, as Bob yells,
I
hold on.
even if I'm a seemingly wimpy fella, I'm literally going to try to grab Alexandra and get the both of us to brace ASAP.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need everybody
He's
to make
doing it.
either a fitness or a control and a command difficulty 2 as the bus's brakes hit. You can use fitness or control and command to brace yourself. Obviously, this is a bus, so there is no seatbelts, because school buses, for some reason, don't have seatbelts. Well, at least they didn't when I was in school. Maybe they added them.
They do, but they only go like halfway in for one person.
Oh, great. Ooh, it looks like everyone's failing so far. Tali, what about you?
A 1 and a 7.
Alright, so you succeeded, bracing yourself. Look at that complication. Not only did Alex fail, Alex, you're gonna get a broken nose. So go ahead and take off. Actually, you don't have to take off a plot point, because the broken nose really isn't that big of a deal. However, let me go to your thing. Let's see. Tell you what. You don't have to take off a plot point, but you basically are without half a plot point. So anything even slightly remotely happens to your character as far as physical injury, and you will lose a plot point. I will remember that. So the only person that managed to brace himself was Tali. Everyone else kind of either fell out of your seats or you just slammed into the seat in front of you. I've got a roll for, let's see, control, or was it control? Fitness command. I'll have to, oh dear Jesus. Yeah, my character goes flying off his seat and just rolls across the floor. Suddenly, the craft emitted a bright white light, which drowned the bus, temporarily blinding everyone. So I need everybody to roll a fitness and medicine difficulty 4 task to remain conscious. You might want to spend something if you want to succeed.
I'm giving you 3 threat.
All right.
I am giving you 2 threat.
Oh, so much threat. There's a lot of howlers for later. I mean, what? Let's see. Oh my
The
god.
dice gods really want us dead, don't it?
Oh, don't worry. It won't be a complete fail for Marco.
Oh, by the way, one more thing. I think I'm kind of trapped in between 2 sessions at the same time because I didn't realize I accidentally didn't pay attention to the fact this one was going to happen in tandem with my D&D.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I put it out there long enough for you guys to let me know if there was any conflicts.
I got a 3 and an 8. I barely passed.
Just checking.
Yeah. I gave you 3 threat.
How do you pass difficulty? You need four successes? How do you pass with just a 4 and an 8?
I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, you got 2 successes, maybe 3, but definitely not 4. What was you saying, Mac?
I gave you 3 threat in order to roll them dice.
So much threat. All right. So the good news is some of you guys got momentum. Now in this case, for right now, you make your own momentum and you keep your own momentum. The max is still 8. Once you guys become a cohesive unit, we'll probably make it to where it's a pool. But for right now, you get your own momentum because you guys might decide, fuck this, I'm leaving. You never know. So Alex, you got 5, so you got 1 momentum. I'm gonna go to your thing and drag you a momentum token out. Deb, you got also 5, so I'll drag you a momentum token.
My nose is keeping me awake because I've broken it.
Yeah. And Nostra, you got. Well, actually, it's. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not Marco, basically, before you lose consciousness, and I'm taking some more threat for that location. Before you lose consciousness, you see into the front of this plane or ship or whatever you want to call it, 2 individuals who are almost completely in armor, like power armor, and then you lose consciousness. As the white light filled the bus, everything began to quake and rumble. Then the road crumbled and dropped from beneath us. The bus free fell through the earth. So you guys are, I'm guessing, screaming as the bus tumbles into the underground tunnels. Those of you who are awake. I'm gonna need another fitness and command, fitness or control, either one, whichever's better. Fitness and command.
Man's knocked out, bruh.
The difficulty now. Well, you don't got to make anything. Deb, Alex, and Ben, you guys need to roll. And the difficulty for this one is 3, so you need 3 successes. I have a lot of threat. If you want to,
I'm gonna give you.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you 1 threat.
All right. Thank you. Oh, you barely made it.
Oh.
All right. And Tali, what about you? You giving me threat, or are you gonna roll 2 dice and hope for the best?
I'll give you 1 threat.
All right. So roll 3 dice and tell me how many successes you got.
A 6 and a 5.
There's 2. Just need 1 more.
And a 5.
All right. So you and Alex, as Deb, just probably because the bus is falling, you probably hit the roof of the bus, and you just lose consciousness. Now I am going to move everyone back to the main player thing, temporarily showing you what you guys see. As the bus finally comes to a skidding stop, it basically tumbles. I won't say it tumbled completely over, but it's like 45-degree angle, leaning to we'll say the right. And in front of you, as the lights are, the headlights are smashed, so they're flickering. You do see that you are in some kind of underground cave. Those of you who are awake, which would be Alex and Ben, I'm gonna just say, for the sake of the story, that Eli is unconscious. What do you 2 want to do?
Oh, my nose. Darn it. What's going? The heck? He goes and looks at the cave. Where are we?
Do you get off the bus?
I've never. Yeah,
All right. Make a
I'll look behind me.
control and security.
I'm at.
If you're getting off the bus, you need to make a
Okay.
control and security, because, like I said, the bus is leaning to the right. That's the side the door is on. There's a possibility that the bus falls on you. Control and security.
Oh.
I'm not telling you the difficulty.
I'm gonna use my momentum.
Okay. And you could delete that token once you use it. Well. Oh, wow. Alright. Give me 1 second. I know you guys are on this one page, so I'm just gonna copy it. Actually, no, I'm not, because you're about to leave that page anyway. Alright. As you step off the bus, it begins to tumble, and you turn around just in time. By the way, Ben, you're experiencing this because you're on the bus, but the bus tumbles to the right, and I am going to spend 2 threat to say that it tumbles onto your arm and pins Alex under the bus. You are not like your whole body isn't being crushed. It's just like your arm is pretty much useless at this point. So go ahead and remove one plot.
Ow!
I'll go ahead and
Just hear him scream.
yeah, I bet. Let's see. All right, so go ahead and remove one plot point and delete that momentum. Just got to delete it. I think you should be able to access it. Let me know if you can't access anything.
I can't.
You can't? Okay, I'll do it for you. I don't know why it does that. Sometimes you can access tokens, sometimes you can't. I don't get it.
I want to check on your character. I'm
Okay.
gonna try to wake him up, or if he's not awake, kind of.
All right.
He's 100% awake.
My characters. Are you talking about Eli or Alex?
Eli.
Okay.
Eli.
So
Okay.
roll a insight and medicine.
All right, give me a second. I got a 3 and a 7.
All right. So you could tell I'm alive, first of all, or Eli's alive, not dead. Got a bit of a bruised noggin, but I am coming, or Eli is coming too. So you think, maybe shouting at me or smacking me in the face a bit, that might wake me up.
What about...
Your
What if
character-
my character is
Alex
screaming?
is screaming.
Okay.
And the only character right now that is awake is Ben. Ben, what do you do?
I'm gonna try to snap you to. I'm gonna pull on your arm a little bit to see if you're gonna wake up.
As I awoke, my internal clocks seemed off. It told me I had been out for 2 hours. That can't be right. When my eyes finally adjusted to the darkness, a stark contrast to the white pain we'd experienced earlier, I realized that the charter bus was no longer on a road or in the woods at all. We'd been dropped into some sort of cramped, cold, subterranean cavern or tunnel. Alright, so I'm awake now. I sit up, or Eli sat up and looks around at Ben and says, I rub my bruised temple. I kind of groan in pain, and I said, "Is everyone okay?"
I don't think so. I hear some screaming outside. However, do you remember anything?
I just blink as I get up and once you said there's screaming outside, I'm just running towards because of how the bus is tilted, I'm basically running over seats. So I get to where the door is, which is, at the bottom. And I'm gonna have to. Who was sitting up front, or was everybody sitting in the middle?
I was kind of sitting in the middle, but I don't know whether or not being ejected up and forward affected that.
Okay. Well, since you guys are unconscious,
What
I guess
if-
it doesn't matter much anyway. He looks over to Bob, and then his shoulders slump. But then he turns away from Bob and tries to kick his way out of the cracked windshield so he can get to Alex. All right. Let's see. Deborah and Marco, you two begin to wake up. And I need everybody, including Marco and Deborah, to roll perception checks. Insight, security, or engineering. Difficulty 2. Alex, you don't have to roll because you're being pinned right now. So as your character is being pinned, my character is going to try to figure out a way to get you free.
A 19 and a 7.
Okay, so that's one success. Yeah, you don't notice much. The only thing you notice is your phone does not have signal. And let me know what else you guys get, because I'm doing stuff. Is anyone else rolling? Hello?
I think Deb rolled, and she got 2 successes, and
Okay. You realize also no cell phone reception. As you look around, or as Deb looks around, no, Sergeant Gabriel and his SUV is not there. Um, you see down closer to the front, Miss Walters is slumped on the, probably on one of the seats since the bus is sideways, and not moving, and very limp. Her neck is at an awkward,
So,
unnatural angle.
so can Deb kind of do something kind of strange and not childlike?
Sure.
Can I hold my fingers or hand just 2 or 1 inch away from her nose to see if any air is being moved?
As you do that, do a reason or insight in medicine. The difficulty's not super hard. Oh, but that doesn't matter. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary besides the unnatural nature of the angle of her neck.
Are her eyes open?
One of them is kind of.
I'm going to very carefully use the back of my hand to close them.
Okay. You don't get. Besides the eyes closing, you don't get any reaction.
Oh, no. This is very much like a child who has just been trained to act in a very non-conformist way.
I just assumed you were closing her eyes because she was dead.
Oh, that too, but also, like, would you ever expect a 15-year-old child to walk over to a dead corpse and close their eyes?
I guess it depends on the child, but move your character up too. Okay, so
Anyone else?
I don't think anybody else got 2 successes. Yeah, I'm working on getting your character out. Don't worry.
what about his brother Kenneth?
I'll say that Deb, since you got 2 successes, you notice that Kenneth is groaning and holding his what looks to be he's holding his arm. You're not sure if it's broken, but it probably is broken. The other students
He got better.
are mostly coming to. I mean, there's only 3 other students besides Kenneth that are NPCs. They're coming to. So it looks like the only person that is permanently out of commission is Miss Walters. Bob. Actually, let me put the pictures on the screen. Bob and Miss Walters. There you go for Deborah, and I'll do that for everybody else as well. Copy. So yeah, she is probably dead. Bob is, well, no one's checked on Bob yet, but I'll let you know when you do. And then I will roll to try to get your arm from under these, which your arm, this may come as a shock or may not. Your arm's broken. It's going to be broken, so at least for now. But I'm going to, basically I'm going to use my...
Broken nose and broken arm.
Yep. I'm going to use my baton to kind of leverage, just leverage the bus off of you. And I don't have, you know what, I'll use 2 threat. Since I don't actually have threat or momentum, and get 2 dice. Let's see what I do. Okay, 2 successes. You need to roll either fitness or control and either security or command. Basically, you need to roll something to get your... Actually, you know what? Make it control or fitness and con. You need to move your arm out of there. And you need at least 1 success to be able to move it as I'm trying to get the pressure off of it. Really? it crushes your arm even more. um, so I'm like, oh
Yeah, he
shit.
screams even more.
I'm like, oh god, can I get some help out here? I just scream into the bus, not knowing who's awake and who's alive and who's not.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming.
Just
My
lift.
character's screaming even more.
Yeah, just lift here. I'm gonna put more pressure, or I'm gonna lift it with the baton under. Put leverage. You just lift there, and then I begin to lift. So I need you to roll control and security. Tali.
Can you roll for me real quick?
I mean, I don't have your. Hold on. Maybe I do. Yeah. Control security. All right. And that is one success. So now I'm going to roll. I'm actually, yeah. I meant to make that a whatchamacallit. I'm gonna spend another threat. Hope for the best. Oh, there we go. So that's 5 successes. 2, 3, 4, 5. You get your arm out. You get 2 momentum, Alex. I get Eli momentum. I needed 3. So I got 3 there. So I get 1 success or 1 momentum. All right. So yeah, your arm comes out.
He's holding his arm and nose at the same time. Like, yeah, it's kind of fucked.
All of a sudden, a guttural howl echoed from somewhere down the narrow crawl space in front of the bus's damaged, flickering, smashed headlights. Everyone, grab your stuff. We need to get out of here and find an exit. Alright, so everyone, what are you grabbing? What are you doing? By the way, I'll tell you. Ben, I'll tell you for free, when you passed Bob, the bus driver, his leg was broke, but he was conscious.
Okay.
I'll just get Nostra or Deb to pass me my backpack from.
I'm gonna try to grab the guy, but I might scream for help, like at the same time. Hey, we got a live one here.
Okay, I think Eli is probably gonna help you on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll.
I say Nos.
What's that, Mac?
I say Marco. Definitely grabs my backpack and gives it to me. Or Deb, whichever one wants to.
So you're grabbing back.
I kind of just get thrown. I kind of get thrown this backpack, and I kind of limp over to the exit because I probably got an injury from being slammed against several doors and walls.
When 7 players turns to 3. All right, so you grab your stuff, and for the sake, unless you specifically say I have something in this bag, the only things you guys have on you is your cell phones and maybe some school books, notebooks, pencils, etc. You're not unless you specifically, like I could see in Josie's case or in Deborah's case, maybe in Ben's case, having like a pocket knife or something illegal, not allowed in the school that you guys might snuck on the bus. But anything other than that, you're gonna have to basically specify it ahead of time.
My cigarette addiction, my backpack is still in the thing, and that might come into play.
Okay, so are you grabbing your backpack as we're leaving the bus?
No, I'm helping the guy out. I'm helping that one dude out.
Right,
yeah.
Roll fitness and let's say security. I'm gonna roll as well, and we're just gonna combine our whatever we get, however many successes. Unfortunately, like I said.
Can you roll for me as well? I'm still outside.
All right, give me 1 sec. All right, control.
The only reason why I mention my backpack because it has food in it. Just in case we need extra just in case we need food. He needs food.
Alright, so
or drink of water.
Yeah. That's fine. good news is we got 3 successes. We got him out. We are. I'm gonna now move you all. Actually, I'm not gonna. This is why I need Roll20 Code GM. Gotta get the map and put the map in the UIs. Oh wait, no, I can't do that. I'm gonna have to move you all to the page, because if I do that, then everyone will see the entire map. I don't want you to do that yet. So give me 1 second. Alright, so if you scroll down from this brown screen, you'll see the bus, and you'll see an arrow, a black arrow, pointing basically the only exit. It's a small, cramped tunnel. It's room for maybe 1 person at a time. So we're gonna have to figure out what to do about Bob, because the only thing Eli could think of is having him like almost like a piggyback ride, like grabbing around someone's shoulders as they're pulling him through this tunnel. But we definitely have to get out of this whole cave system thing. All right.
Yeah, I'll help. I mean, because I'm only 16. I'm pretty sure that's a grown man. It's going to take probably 2 of us to kind of move him around, I would suppose.
I'm gonna since we got a total of 3 successes, I'm just gonna say that we've got him secured to he's got his arms around my shoulders. I'm pulling him, unless someone else wants to, and then you're kind of behind him, making sure he doesn't fall backwards. Does anyone have anything that he can use as a crutch? Actually, this is a good moment to. So everybody.
I have track and field, so maybe I look at a branch or something and think, hey, this could be a javelin or a crutch.
Okay. Roll. Let's see. Track and field. Roll reason or insight and medicine.
Right.
It's just a difficulty 1. Although I know some people have 0 in medicine.
Yep, that's me.
Alright, so you do find.
How do you have a 0?
Because it's the rule that I made. So.
Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot about character generation. Sorry.
It's okay. So you find basically a branch just lying around. You grab it. So he's got that. His broken leg isn't like, it's not like sticking out of the pants or anything. It's just it's more like a fracture than anything. So Officer Eli basically says, everyone just grab your stuff. We'll worry about a split later. Right now, I want to get out of these tunnels, and begins leading you guys down out of the tunnel. So I'm gonna go around to each of you and ask you basically now, with a reminder of the trait focus. Everything is fine and normal. What is your character's mindset, Deborah?
All right, this is not a good situation. Clearly, we've been pulled into a cave by unknown names. The feds are involved, so this could be some sort of government research facility. If things go sour, we're probably shot dead, and our bodies are probably not going to get discovered.
Okay. So
we should find a way to make a very quick and quiet egress.
Okay, so you think it's government related. What about Mac? Alex, your hand is definitely not in good shape. But what's his mental state? Is he still panicking about his arm, or is he trying? What is he thinking and feeling at the moment?
He's panicking about his arm, but he's like, damn it, Dad had to send me on this damn trip with my brother. Why? Now I'm injured. Now I'm going to use it again. Blame him for it. Me getting broken arm because he sent me on this trip.
Okay. Tali, what about Ben? How's he reacting?
So as I'm following behind your character, I'm gonna take a look around. I know we're in a cave, but I just kind of want to take a look around and see if like it goes further, or like if there's anything that we missed on the way in, kind of thing. That's one of my talents, I believe, is always looking.
Well, we're not doing tasks right now. I just want to know what your character's mindset and emotional state is at the moment.
Pretty calm, collected. So basically, like, I feel like we're gonna make it out of it, but like we need to get the injured people taken care of. So that's like my mindset, like right now, because we don't know how long we're gonna be in this tunnel.
Okay. Make a. This is gonna be a composure check, and if I remember correctly, you have some sort of advantage on composures. Let me look that up. Yeah, for composure task rolls, if a focus applies, the range is doubled. What is? Do you remember? Let me see. I know you have focuses of some sort. Oh yeah, composure, so that makes sense. So basically, I want you to roll control and command. Anything 8 and under is going to be 2 successes, and control plus command is a total of 15.
I have 4 successes. I got a 2 and a 1.
All right. So you are pretty composed at the moment. You're just like, oh, this is weird, but you know we can. I mean, we're gonna make it out of it. It's no problem. And yeah, you said you wanted to look around for more exit points. I think you said.
Yeah, like to see if we kind of like missed anything, like if there's like light coming out of any one of these little exit points.
The funny thing is, and I'm gonna give you guys this for free. As you guys are entering this tiny crevice to get out of this crazy cavern that you've fallen into, some of you happen to look up, and you do not see any light. You do not see where you could have possibly fallen from the road into this cavern. You don't see any light ahead of you, around you. The only path out, it looks like, is forward, which is where Eli is kind of leading everybody. So I'm gonna give everybody, except for, because he made his composure check, except for what was his name, Ben. Everyone is gonna get 1 trauma point. Now you won't always be able to make composure checks to avoid trauma. Sometimes it's just gonna happen anyway, and I'm gonna say that one of the reasons why he didn't kind of experience it more was the fact he just didn't notice that the teacher was dead. But everyone else, especially those of you who did see the teacher dead, like Deborah, you guys will have a trauma point going forward.
What about my character? Because he didn't see the teacher dead.
Yeah, but I'm assuming you're still kind of rattled and
Yeah,
afraid.
because of my arm being pinned.
I mean, you can make a composure check if you want, and that will be a difficulty 4. But I think the fact
He
for you it would be 5 because of your hand. So yeah, because of that, I don't even think it's possible, to be honest with you.
he's feeling the effects of his arm being pinned.
Yeah. So you guys are moving out of this. You're heading this way. Hold on, I just need to put a token here so you guys know where you're going. Try not to show everything, but once you get around like a corner, you guys. Actually, give me 1 second. We don't have any bleeding hearts.
Don't read that. That's for later.
What was that?
Don't read the thing I sent you. That's for later.
Okay. I didn't even notice it. So yeah. But the idea of my charges not being able to defend themselves was appalling. So I began to distribute a few weapons. So I have a large mag light. I have a pen light on my handgun, so I'm using that to kind of guide us. I have a large mag light, which is basically just a large flashlight that you can use to whack people with. I have a police baton. I have a pocket knife, pepper spray, and a taser. Does anybody have any preferences?
Would Deborah have a pager?
Did you say a pager?
Well, yeah, because we don't trust, we don't trust Apple with our information. We use classic pager. What are you talking about?
I don't think anybody today uses. I mean, do doctors still use pagers? I'm pretty sure they just use cell phones now, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
can
use a
I?
pager when I'm in my lab.
I'm gonna take the flashlight.
All right. Pepper spray, pocket
So
knife, police baton, and taser.
I'll take the police baton.
Okay. And what about Deborah?
Uh, so we had the pepper spray and baton already taken.
The large flashlight and the baton are taken. The pepper spray, the pocket knife, and the taser are not.
I'll take the pocket pepper spray then.
Okay. I'm gonna say that he gives Kenneth his pocket knife, and I should actually start introducing some of these student NPCs. There is one guy named John Fassler. I'm putting his token or his picture out so you can see him. I'm gonna say he is gonna get the taser. Um, so yeah, you guys are moving ahead now. I need an inside security. Difficulty 2. Actually, no. Difficulty 3.
Ooh, 5 and a 20.
Oh,
Can I use my 1 momentum I gained?
sure.
I don't know if you heard me or not, but
Yeah,
a
5
5
and
and a
20.
20. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you 2 threat.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just taking the threat for the, because I'm getting a lot of it. But I'm just taking a threat for that complication. Alright. Oh, nice. So you get a momentum, Alex. Deb, you don't notice anything. Nostra's not here to notice anything. I'll roll for her, I guess, though. Let's see. Marco. Insight. Security. Does she even... I don't even know if she has momentum. Nope. Oh, shit. Wrong one. Alright. Oh, wow. Okay. She noticed. Alex and Marco, you guys are probably... I think you guys would be in the back. So you guys happen to turn around, and as soon as you do, you see one of the students that are with you. We'll say Reston Peg here is got an arm wrapped around him, and a greasy, dirty, filthy hand covering his mouth, and somebody behind him crawling like a spider backwards into a hole, pulling him into a tunnel. And he can't even scream. Jesus.
I scream.
I got that.
I scream.
I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
Oh shit!
Ah!
you don't have to do it again. We heard you the first time. It's really loud. But everyone just stops. Eli obviously cannot turn around. But he can't fully turn around anyway. He yells back, "What's going on?" as Reston disappears into the tunnel. What's going on?
Somebody kidnapped me. Somebody kidnapped.
Hey, can you... So, this is a pretty... This happens a lot with RPGs because, apparently it's just not
Sorry.
well known. If you scream into the mic, it either deafens
Sorry.
everyone or you can't hear anything because the mic or the program just won't register it. So just say, "I scream," and then just say it normally.
He goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He goes.
Last night I was
Dustin.
going through.
He goes. Dustin. Is being dragged away by somebody.
Okay, we all need to stick together. And Josie, what were you saying?
Oh, I was going through the audio from my last two Infamous games, and I discovered whenever I spoke a little too loudly, it completely distorted the audio. So I've been trying to keep a measured tenor.
Gotcha. Well, right now it's doing that fast crackly thing, but I don't think there's much we can do about that. All right, so I'm gonna move this as you guys enter kind of like a cavern, so to speak. Um, I'll move. Can you guys move your tokens, your own tokens, or no? Let me know if you need me to move it for you or something.
I can't. You know that though.
Yeah.
Totally.
No bueno.
All right. So you get to the tavern. Let me grab Officer Eli. Still with my Glock handgun drawn, I led them out of the small crawl space and into a larger cavern. Let's see. Another utterance was howled in the distance, this one echoing down the tunnels behind us. Oh, and by the way, I do have stats for you guys as weapons, so if whenever you need it, just let me know. We'd been gradually moving down the dark, cramped, cold, and stale crevice for 20 minutes before we got to the cavern. Actually, it was 21 minutes and 4 seconds, but who's counting? The passage widened a few feet, and then my pen light on my handgun illuminated something or someone running across my line of sight, followed by the sound of falling rocks. I'll stop. Who's up there? I examined the tunnel walls ahead of our group and noticed a pile of loose rocks at the base of a man-sized crawl space near the ground. And I looked and turned around.
Someone is here before us.
And I nodded to Deborah. It looks like we're being hunted. We must keep moving. Alright, so as we move ahead, I need more perception checks. Insight, security. This is probably going to be a difficulty 3 as well.
All right. Give me a sec. All right. I got a 5 and a 7.
Okay, so you have 2 successes. Anybody else? Anyone get? Let's see. Deborah only got 2. Alex, is that
I got
yours?
3.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is your character's in the back still, right? Behind Bob and Eli and Ben, right? With Marco
Yep.
and Deb. Okay. You hear the pitter patter of feet behind us, but you don't hear anything else, and you don't see anything.
Somebody's stalking us.
It's okay. We'll get through this. Just keep your weapons ready. Another 6 minutes. Go ahead.
Can Deb just pick up like a grapefruit-sized rock?
Don't you have a weapon?
I have pepper spray. This is not meant to disorient.
Sure.
This is meant to kill.
No problem. Another 6 minutes and 17 seconds later, we came to the opening of a cavern. The pen light attached to the gun revealed 2 individuals. Neither were human. One of them was a woman who could possibly pass as a human being, but her eyes glistened an unnatural blue, and she wore some form of high-tech power armor. The other creature was blue and had 4 hooved legs. He resembled a centaur with light blue fur, a pair of extra eyes on stalks, and a muscular tail with a blade at the end, which was definitely a weapon for self-defense. However, at the moment, this creature was lying down, as if wounded or sick. Alright, I am gonna show you guys what you see in just a moment. No, that's not.
What the fuck?
Alright, so that's his face. his body is more of a centaur type body, horse-like or deer-like, but that's what his face looks like. Um, and yeah, he has no mouth. And the woman in power armor looks like this. Probably needs to be a bit bigger because of all the details. Um, she looks like cybernetics, maybe, or maybe it's just armor, maybe it's just high-tech armor. You don't know yet. Um, but she looks human. At least the part of her face you could see, the eyes part, minus the glistening blueness. She's standing. He's lying down. Um, Eli just says, "Oh hell nah." um, but since this is a game, what do you guys do? And I'm gonna say at this point, when Eli says, "Oh hell no," everybody kind of looks forward and can see with his light attached to his gun what is illuminated, so you can all see them. So I'm just gonna go down the line. Since Ben is right behind me, Ben, what do you do or what do you say?
Oh, hell no. Maybe we should kind of back away or sneak up. I have no idea, but I don't want to get caught with whatever the hell that is.
See how many fucking eyes that has? How do you sneak up on it?
All right, and what about Alex? What does he do or say?
I go, no, I don't want to even go near that thing. What if it has super hearing or super smell or whatever it is? What if it can actually is being seeing us right now?
Hey, Infamous.
Yep.
Do we see the weird scythe tail that's probably thrashing behind it?
Well, I did say. Let's see. Yeah, it's not. So the Andalite or the blue creature, the centaur, is lying down, and its tail is limp at the side. This creature is alive. I'll say you guys can tell that the blue creature is alive, but it is not doing well. She is standing and facing you. Um,
No, this is some Fed bullshit. I'm no.
I need everyone again to roll Insight Security difficulty 4 this time. And this is not necessarily about the two creatures you see in front of you, but just generally what's going on around you that you may or may not pick up on.
I'm going to give you 2 threats.
Can I use a value?
2 threat, and yes, you may use a value.
Sorry, can I spend a point of Can I spend a point of determination and use the value the truth is out there?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So far, I got a 7 and a 4.
Okay.
I'm going to roll again. And a 2 and a 6.
All right, so you got your 4 successes, and Deb, you got your 5 successes, so you get a momentum. Just keep it, because you guys aren't on the UI right now. Just keep track of your own momentum, and I'll edit it when we get back to it. You both hear something behind you. Alex, you do not. And another student, we'll say this is Cora Strecker, starts screaming and is being pulled away by yet another one of these creatures that you're unable to. Actually, you know what? Because of that roll, you do get to actually see what this looks like. He just looks like a person with a big bushy beard, and he's really, really dirty. All of his clothes is basically torn and filthy. It looks like he's been down here for years, if not his entire life. But he begins dragging this woman, this girl, this teenager away for whatever reason. And I will also tell you that his disposition is definitely not civilized. This isn't like, oh, I'm a caver and now I'm starving to death, so I need to eat or something like that. This is more like cannibal, lived down here my entire life and will kill anyone and everything. Basically more like animal than human. But yeah, he's dragging her back into like another tunnel. So what do you guys do?
I look at the officer and I'm like, hey, can we help that, or are we just gonna stand around?
So I'm assuming you're gonna grab Bob. He's just gonna turn around and shout to the students, "Get down!" Does anybody not get down? I'm not gonna make you roll. I'm just gonna ask if you intend to not get down. Then you're probably gonna have to take a shot.
Deb
Basically,
throws her fucking rock that she has towards the cannibal people.
I'm
but
gonna get down and shine my light at its face, directly at its eyes.
but you're ducking, right?
Yep.
Okay. So if you're not ducking, roll um, control and con to avoid being shot as I open fire at this thing, ignoring whatever the hell y'all are doing. Control, security. Just
And
gonna.
I deliberately shine the light at it so he has a clear shot at it.
Okay. Well, in that case, the difficulty's 2. It was gonna be 3, but because I actually have a light anyway, so either way, it would have been 2. All right, and control con, and all right. So, also, Deb, go ahead and roll control security if you're gonna try to actually throw the rock at it. Difficulty 2 to hit.
Very well.
All right. It hits him square in the head, just as my bullets hit him in the chest. Um, and I need to roll for the girl to avoid being shot, because, well, to be honest, she probably is on the ground already, trying not to be taken. So, yeah, he's shot, falls to the ground, looks like he's dead. Got a bloody gash on his forehead from Deborah hurling a rock at him. And she runs back over to us. And the complication, unfortunately, is that my gun is jammed. Damn it, I should have cleaned it last night. I holster the.
Would you like me to roll 5 challenge dice for damage?
I mean, he's dead because I shot him in the chest twice. So,
Yeah,
Ah.
he's dead.
yep. NPCs are way easier to kill in our version of this than in Star Trek Adventures. But yeah, he's basically any successful hits is a kill. He's dead. And I turn back, holster my gun because it's jammed, so it's basically useless, and pull out. And I'm gonna just grab. Let's see, who did I give my taser to? Take my phaser back from John Fassler, and then point it at the 2 creatures that are in front of me. The blue centaur creature appeared injured and or ill. The armored woman turned, facing the group. Sorry, I had to read something else while reading that. She raised her arm and a gauntlet produced some kind of energy weapon. I kept my own weapon pointed at her. Then we all heard it, felt it in our minds. The fallen creature gestured, the only indication that the thoughts that were being placed in our heads were from him. This is where I wish I had one of those sound amplifiers that can make it sound like my voice is, echoing. But he says, "Please," the being pleaded, "do not be afraid." Question is, are we afraid? Alex, what about you?
He's been a little bit scared ever since people were getting taken. So yeah, he is definitely afraid right now.
Okay. And Deborah, is she like, fuck this is a government shit, I'm terrified, or is she more angry?
You beat me to the punch like she's angry, like this is a government psyop.
Okay. What about Ben?
I'm like not that phased because I like horror movies and heavy metal, so it's like meh.
All right. Eli, or I said, "Who? No, what are you?" In our heads again, we heard, "We, we came here to help you." He was getting weaker. We could tell. He continued, "We came to your planet to stop another invasion, but we were too late. I am called an Andalite. My name is Anjin Rulian Liari. She is one of the Kelbrid Empire, but defected to help your world too. Her name is Skava." At this point, Eli is kind of just stunned silent, so if anybody has any questions or anything they want to do, this is the time to do it.
Yeah, you don't look like you're in the shape to stop an invasion.
I was poisoned. She stands there pointing her gauntlet at you, not saying a word. By the way, that's her contribution to this.
She's a Fed. She's totally a Fed.
Anybody else got any reactions or questions or roleplay they want to do before we continue?
Hey, guys, I'm
Is-
kind of really sorry. Like, I know I'm just back, but my mom really needs me, so I think I might need to go. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience.
It's all good.
Well, I know that we were scheduled till 7 o'clock tonight, so...
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Oh, sorry, I was reading the time schedule on Gilded.
Oh, yeah. It says 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., so 2 hours.
Hold on, let me go look at that.
Yeah, that's the calendar said that. Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. I'm really sorry, like... Shit.
Well,
Kinda
for me it
feel-
says
feel like
6, so it must be a time zone issue.
Yeah, because it says 5 to 7 Central Standard Time.
Oh, okay, y'all. That's right, y'all are Central. That's fine.
Except for me.
I mean, we're supposed to knock off in about 3 minutes, so...
Yeah, just
Okay,
just
so-
watch the just try to. I mean, if
Yeah, I'll watch the video. I'll
yeah, just
open
try
it
to,
up for myself.
because we're like I progressed your character, so just try to watch it and then, if you guys are free tomorrow, we can try to finish this book part of the book.
Okay.
And then yeah.
All right. Well, see you later.
All right. See ya. All right. So, grab my pen. All right. Yet another horror-inducing animalistic howl, much closer, resounded from the tunnel behind us. Anjan, the Andalite, told this Kelbrid woman, "Skava, the passageway." Skava immediately lowered her wrist weapon and quickly moved to a pile of rocks near the far side of this 20-foot by 20-foot cavern. She moved the rocks aside, the crawl space, and a crawl space was revealed. Anjan said, "I am stuck here, but you can all survive." He nodded to Skava, who materialized a golden, glowing octahedron from her armor into her palm. It was about the size of a baseball. "Bring this to me." Eli, I think it makes sense to say that Eli is not going to move. So does anybody else move to bring this device to him, or?
Sure.
Okay, so
I'll do
Ben, as you move forward, he continues talking. "This device is called the Axamil device. I will give 7 of you the power you will need to stop or at least hinder this infiltration of your species." As you're grabbing this device, Eli still points his taser at the woman just so she doesn't try to do anything as you grab it from her hand. And as Ben picks it up, he feels like a strange sensation, kind of like a tingling through his entire body. As Ben brought Anjan the 8-sided device, I kept my basically already just said this. Taser trained on the shadowy. Oh, actually, I turned the taser towards the tunnel behind us because that's probably where the threat's going to come from. And now we heard dozens of guttural growls and inhuman moans coming from the tunnel. "Eli, you two must accept this gift. Come, now." Reluctantly, I hurried over to Anjan, leaving the Kelbrid Skava to guard the entrance with her gauntlet device. No sooner than I knelt down to him than Anjan placed a 7-fingered blue hand on the side of my head. That was when my mind was awakened to my true past. Anjan said, "Quickly, place a hand on one of the sides of the Axamil device," as the thing rested delicately on his flat palm. So here is the moment of truth. Who is taking this power? And who is not?
Of course I am.
Yep, I assumed you grabbed
Alex
it.
walks. Alex goes over to grab it.
Okay. So yeah, there's 8 sides. It's basically an eight-sided dice. You just got to place a hand on one of the 8 sides. He's basically, well, it's not exactly like an eight-sided dice because the bottom is flat. So he's holding the bottom in his hand. What about Deborah? Does she place a hand on this device, or is she like, this is some government bullshit? Fuck that.
Well, I actually was thinking like this is some government bullshit, but then I'm looking at the woman with the gun.
Yeah. In fact, you know what? I think once you see the woman with this like gauntlet device actually fire red energy from it and incinerate one of these feral creatures that charge into the cavern, that might change Deborah's mind.
That's the intention actually. Like this is some weird government bullshit, and then like, oh shit, maybe it's not weird government bullshit.
All right. So assuming everybody touches it, and I'm just gonna say that Dan and Kim are elsewhere. You know, at the not Dan and Kim, Dan and Layla are at the being chaperoned by their parents to their ranger station. So that means that's Alex, Eli, Deborah, Ben, Marco, and
The girl that we saved.
I'll let since you have a brother here, do you want Kenneth to do it or no?
Uh, I'll say he will do it, just to
Your
overwatch his little brother.
so okay, and you want Kenneth to do it as well? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make a list real quick, because I'm gonna have to eventually once Kim and Durlock get on, if they ever do, then they'll have to get the power too. So I gotta write down 7 names: Alex, Eli, Marco, Deb, Ken, Layla, and Dan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7. Um, then what name was I missing? Because I thought there was 6. Hold on, let me. 1, 2, 3,
No, it's
4,
the
5,
girl that we
6.
saved. I think just that last little kind of like altercation. We saved the girl. I forget her name.
1, 2, 1. Oh no, I forgot.
The
I forgot Ben's name. Sorry, man. No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait. Now I've got it messed up again. Ben, Alex, Eli, Marco, Deb, Layla, Dan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I had it right the first time. Um. Anyway, we'll just add Ken to it just for the hell of it. We'll just say that, you know, that's fine. Um. Sorry for the confusion. Basically, there's more people than there are, you know, sides to the damn thing. But that's fine. Um. I'm gonna read one last thing and then we'll end for today. Um. The warm, mildly electric sensation that traversed our bodies would have made us all forget our troubles and smile not had not Scava started firing red bolts of energy down the darkened corridor of terror. Anjin said, "You have the power to morph now. Go, hurry." 2 creatures. No, they were human, right? They had to be human. 2 feral humans, complete with ragged, filthy old trousers and torn up old sneakers, got past Scava's beams of crimson and pounced upon her like wild animals. 2 more wild men charged at the students and Bob. And that's pretty much where we're going to pick up next time, with a battle between some wild feral people. Alright.
And next time being
Yep.
tomorrow, same time, same.
I mean, assuming everyone can make it. I mean, I thought everyone, all but one person, could make it today, but apparently not. So, oh wait,
same
I
bat
can make
time,
it.
same bat channel.
yeah,
I can make it.
okay.
Yeah, I can make it.
Um, well, the good news is we just started chapter 7, so we've got about as far as I figured we'd get. We'll probably get to some of the more actual battle scenes tomorrow, and then probably finish it tomorrow. We probably won't have to do a third part, thankfully. Um, so again, experimental. Definitely working out a lot of kinks. But and we didn't get to the actual Animorphs part of morphing into animals. But I hope you guys still had fun regardless of of that. Um,
Of course, as always.
yeah. Um, And if there's anything, any advice that you guys have to make it better, I'm all ears. There's some things, like I said, experimental. So I'm mostly trying to get the storytelling aspect of it down. Make the narration and everything. Speaking of which, once people start becoming comfortable with it, we're gonna try to do what kind of like how we do with Star Trek Adventures, where the start of each session starts with the narration of a different player character. Um, it would just be the first part, like, hi, my name is etc. I can't tell you my name, blah blah blah, and then we'll get into the actual RPG part, and you won't have to worry about that anymore. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, so
Okay,
anyway, let me just.
I'll catch you tomorrow.
All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If anyone has any questions or anything, just let me